Hello and welcome. You're watching Markets Today. I'm Sakshi Batra, and this is where we discuss everything about the stock market's opening action, help you understand the way the trends are shaping up as far as the stocks are concerned, the sector move is concerned, and what's really happening with your investments in the stock markets, all of those updates and the factors that will be ruling the trend of the markets today. All of that over the next 4 to 5 minutes. So do stay tuned onto with me. Well, after a very, very sharp fall in yesterday's trading session, a market crash when investors lost about over 5 lakh crore rupees of wealth yesterday. The markets have opened higher on the last trading day of this week on Friday. 500 points are taken right in the opening deals as well. When you talk about the benchmark Sensex, it opened higher by 0.9% at 53,411 in the early trade, whereas Nifty moved 150 points odd over higher as well, 0.9% up in trade to open the day at 15,955. Remember, yesterday both the Sensex and the Nifty broke below crucial support levels too. The Nifty slipped below the 15,900 mark as well, but this is like a bounce back that we are seeing right now. The mid and the small cap shares are also trading in the positive zone. In fact, 2.5% higher, better than the benchmarks in the early action as well. Now, the big question is whether this momentum will sustain. There have been times in the last 2 weeks when we have seen some days when markets have opened higher, but the problem happened in the second half and the markets could not sustain those gains as well. But after a very, very sharp fall coming in, 5 consecutive days of fall, will the markets really be able to change the trend? That's the question that we need to ask right now. But let's focus on some of the other key factors that are important to watch out for in today's trading session in terms of the stocks that are moving higher, all of those factors, and then we will come on to all the other details of specific stock action as well. Now, when we talk about the specific stocks and sectors that are moving in trade today, you will be able to see that Tata Motors, Sun Pharma, Adani Ports, Eicher Motors, Hero Motocorp, these are the stocks that are moving higher in trade today. Of course, on the back of the kind of bounce that we are seeing in the markets today. What's not performing well? If you talk about the Sensex, you have some stocks like L&T, TCS, NTPC, Bharti Airtel that are declining, but the market breadth clearly favors the advances at this point in time. As you are seeing maximum stocks on the Sensex 30 index really gaining just about 4 or 5 odd stocks down in the red. The rupee has also opened higher today at 77.35 to the dollar after the previous close of 77.42. Remember, the rupee fell to its lowest level also yesterday of 77.5. Now, of course, a whole lot of focus today will be on the results. We will be having State Bank of India reporting its numbers, Eicher Motors, Tech Mahindra, Bank of Baroda, Bandhan Bank, Union Bank of India, Alchem Laboratories, Imami, Escorts, Hindustan Aeronautics, JK Paper, Linde India, Nazara Technologies, APL Apollo Tubes, Balkrishna Industries, Carborundum Universal, and CESC as the major companies that will be reporting their numbers in today's trading action as well. Of course, you do have some of the experts who are talking about the way that the markets will move from here on, and we've heard from some of those experts too. If you talk about, Prashant Tapsi, who's the vice president of research at Mehta Equities, he believes that. Going forward from here, caution will still prevail among investors after the CPI inflation number yesterday, after the markets closed, touched an 8-year high of 7.79%, almost inch closer to that 8% odd mark. So the inflationary pressures still continue, and that still remains a big, big problem. Hurting sentiments further, in fact, was the food inflation that has jumped to 8.4% from 7.7% in March. So the raises of the odds of rate hike in June are definitely in favor that the RBI may absolutely continue to rate hike, continue to raise the rates at this point in time, because of the kind of continuous galloping action that you're seeing on the inflationary front too. So most of the experts believe, and Prashant Tapsi also says, that investors need to brace for volatility in the near term amidst the likelihood of back-to-back rate hikes in June also, and then perhaps in August meeting as well. So those are the factors that all the investors must keep in notice in today's trading session too. Apart from this, we also have some other updates. Say, for example, the LIC IPO priced at top end has been priced at the top end of the indicated range, at 949 rupees per share. So that's another news point that you need to remember, that's been kept at the high point. Also, we have a number of other indicators that you will need to watch out for specific stock action move. Like GAIL, for example, is going to be in focus. It's going to set up a green hydrogen plant in Guna in Madhya Pradesh. So that's going to be an important factor to watch out for. Oil and gas space stocks will be in focus as oil has climbed even as weak demand concerns cap gains. So crude oil is rising, but petrol and diesel prices have remained steady for the last 37 odd days. So keep an eye out on those as well. Apart from this, gold has faced a fourth weekly drop because of the rising and the strengthening dollar, therefore draining the appeal of gold. But should you be buying gold at these prices is the question that you ask. We will continuously speak to experts to help you with those answers too. The primary market action, that's going to be very important to watch out for. Prudent Corporate Advisory Services IPO has shut for subscription. The total subscription came in at 1.22 times. The QIB portion was booked 1.26 times as well. Now let's talk about Venus Pipes and Delivery. Both of these IPOs will close today after subscription. It's the last day of subscription for these. Let's see the trend here. Venus Pipes, which already got a very huge, strong response right on day one, it's got subscribed 4.42 times on day two as of yesterday. The retail portion has been booked at 7.5 times as well. Very very strong retail participation coming in for this one. Delivery IPO, the logistics company, latest unicorn, day two subscription was at 23%. So weak, kind of subscription numbers on day two. The retail portion also has been booked 40%, and the employee quota has been booked at 12%. So very very subdued kind of subscription numbers is what we are getting. We'll have to see how the third day and the last day really closes its shape today as well. Apart from this, you do have some other stocks as well, like Adani Power, AU Small Finance Bank, JSPL, Tata Elxsi. These will be important to watch out for. There could be some action here because MSCI has added these stocks to its index. Also has deleted HDFC AMC. Keep an eye out on all these stocks. There could be some moves right here. Apart from this, if you see, Zydus has launched Bedmac, which is for the first time in India to treat uncontrolled LDL cholesterol. So that's important development right there. A drug for cholesterol coming in from Zydus table as well. L&T, it's going to be important to watch out for because the Q4, okay, so that's why you are seeing those actions. So Q4 consolidated profit has risen 10% on a year-on-year basis to 3621 crore rupees. The revenue has grown 10% as well. Like I told you about L&T, Tata Motors, Q4 has also come in. And the numbers will get the reaction today because the numbers came in right after the markets closed yesterday. So you have Tata Motors Q4 net loss narrowing to 1,032 crore rupees. However, sales have slumped 11.5%. So some action could be expected here. I told you about inflation. That is extremely important for the markets to track. But what's also important to track is the industrial growth, the IIP data that's edged up to 1.9% from March of 1.5% as well. Very, very slight uptick coming in there. So the markets will be maneuvering through all of these important data points in today's trading session, and I'll keep you posted with everything that's developing on the D Street. So do stay tuned on to with me on Business Today TV.